Thank you.
Okay, everyone, welcome back to 25 Days of Christmas Around the World. My guest today is very unique, Karin Lohitnavy. She's currently living in Thailand and has been there a very long time, but she's also raised and born in the Benelux area of Belgium, Northern France, and Luxembourg. So she has experience with Christmas in many different ways. And Karin, I'd just like to welcome you to my series and thank you for doing this with me. Could you tell us a little bit more about yourself and your company?
Sure. So I've been in Bangkok for 16 years. My company is called Midas Public Relations, and we provide integrated communication services. We don't only work in Thailand, we also have the opportunity of servicing international accounts because we have 80 partners throughout the world, including in the US. So we're actually going to do a video with all the partners as well. So that's going to be funny. Christmas in 80 countries.
Oh, that's so exciting. That'll be really funny. So she's ready for my program. I've only got 25. So she's prepared. Wonderful.
25, good.
Yeah, it's been a really good experience through BNI to meet so many people worldwide and international. I, of course, have lived in Belgium and Germany, so I did have a lot of international friends and such, but the contacts, it's been wonderful to be able to open up the business. A lot of terrible things with what happened and a lot of bad news, but I like to look on the bright side of things. There's a lot of good news too, and I've made a lot of contacts I otherwise never would have found, including yourself. So tell me a little bit about, yeah.
That was definitely the silver lining of the whole thing.
Yes, it definitely was. And I, especially getting into the holiday season, I'm really starting to look towards the positive and, end this year in a positive way with all the things I'm grateful for and thankful for. So tell me a little bit about some of your favorite Christmas traditions and what it's like to celebrate in Thailand all these years after being used to being raised in the Belgium and very Catholic countries, actually, with the St. Nicholas. I'm sure it's a different experience for you.
Sure. Well, because, I come from an international family, and my dad always had the tradition of celebrating actually on the 24th and not on the 25th. So basically what would happen is, we'd open our gifts on the 24th evening. And my parents, when I was a kid, they used to, crawl and creep and hide in the house to put the gifts under the tree and make some noise, like if, Father Christmas had delivered the gift. So it was a great experience. And I remember something particularly funny because I'm somewhat older than my brother. So they had this tradition of having Father Christmas come and speak to us kids and say what we had done well and not so well during the year. And so I was already 12 and my brother was only 6. So, he still believed in Father Christmas and I didn't anymore by that time. And I remember the Father Christmas looking at me because I was making such a good show of pretending to believe in him. He thought, oh, maybe she's a bit backward.
Oh, that's funny.
So that was a funny memory. And to come back to Thailand, I guess, here in Thailand, they just love celebrating everything. So we've already got the stores and the buildings decorated with Christmas decorations. They actually decorated for Christmas before they even did, for example, Thanksgiving. So Thanksgiving is not big in Thailand. Some restaurants do it. But Christmas, lots of decorations, trees everywhere, Christmas music blaring in pretty much Starbucks, the big malls everywhere. And that's on like for 3 months. It's terrible.
We're the same,
personally, get bored of it.
Yeah, it started I feel like it starts earlier every year. And this year I think everyone was was super early with just the COVID and everything going on. It was like Halloween time, October, we started seeing Christmas trees and things already. But it is an exciting time of year, and yeah. So, do you have other holidays that you celebrate in Thailand as well around this time, or other types, or is it mainly Christmas if they celebrate Christmas?
Yeah, I mean, there's not a real holiday for Christmas, except I think this year they're going to give the 25th off, which they didn't used to do.
Oh.
But the government this year is giving us a lot of extra holidays to try and encourage us to travel domestically.
Oh, okay.
I think it's a good idea. They're trying to help the travel industry by creating lots of long weekends. And obviously celebrate the new year, lots of fireworks and things like this. And, because we have communities from India and China here, we just celebrated Diwali, the Festival of Lights.
Mm-hmm.
So that's pretty big in the Indian community as well. Lots of fireworks and stuff like this as well. And then we also celebrate the Chinese New Year. Okay. And we celebrate then the Thai New Year. The Thai New Year is in April. So that's called Songkran. And traditionally, it's a festival where people kind of throw water at one another. So the idea of throwing water is about purification and about renewal that happens in the new year. And then I forgot something, as in America and Europe, people celebrate Halloween. Here we have another festival, which is actually pretty much in the same sort of spirit, basically where people put floating kratongs. It's called Loy Krathong. It's very beautiful, where you see all these little floating, it looks like floating donuts, really, with little lights on it.
Oh,
and they put it on the rivers, and then it also symbolizes getting rid of all the evil and bringing in good luck for the year. And so families get together and they float the kratongs together on the rivers. So this year, because of COVID, people have been doing it also in swimming pools of hotels and stuff like that. It's just the idea of floating something on the water.
Yes, yes. And that's so interesting. I absolutely love learning about all the different cultures and unique things that you do. So wonderful. Well, Karin, thank you again. I know you're on your way to, or need to be on your way to work. So thank you again for taking the time for me and sharing this with me. I really appreciate it. And I hope that you and your husband have a wonderful holiday.
We will, for sure. In the end, it's about the spirit. It's about the Christmas spirit, and this spirit you can have it anywhere. And you just need to conjure the good mood and have the gratitude, as you mentioned. We need to be grateful for so many things.
And we really do. And it's hard to remember that, I think, during a really hard time. It's easy to only see the negative, and it's hard to remember that there are still good things that are happening and things that we should still be grateful for. And I love what you said too, that it really doesn't matter where you are or how you celebrate it. It's really about being with your family, the people you love and care about, and being grateful and happy and putting the magic and faith back into life. So I think that's beautifully said. Very important this year.
Yes, we should also have like a Zoom session with our global riders and have a little pre-Christmas celebration together.
Yes, we're working on it. News to come. So thank you, Karin, again.
That.
Yes, it will be fun. Thank you again, and happy holidays.
Thank you so much, Angie, and to you too. Big hugs from Bangkok.
Thank you.